All right. Um, I moved this radio in here, and I was in the house. It was just sitting kind of behind the TV. But I was trying to kind of make my little backdrop over here. So if I can film over here, and you'll see the station behind me. Um, but yeah, I wanted to have some radios in the background over here when I film from over here. Got a couple cameras over there, just webcams. Webcams aren't terribly great, but what I use the webcam mostly is to just capture a picture of myself, so it doesn't really need to be all that high quality. Um, and in the screen capture or whatever else I'm sharing. But I wanted to kind of move some stuff around and make it look really cool over here. Um, I know, just kind of, for looks. But these are radios that I'm not using. We have a 101B, ICOM 751A, the TS430, and then the Tempo 2020 with no lid. And they actually all mostly work. The ICOM is actually the one that has the most problems. So, but I was thinking, well, maybe I could get some of this other stuff out of here. I've got an oscilloscope here that I need to just probably dump. It's it's broken. It doesn't work correctly. The timing, the seconds per division control only works in a couple spots, and there's these cards that they stick out down on the bottom of the main board. And when somebody pulled the case off of it, or if I did it or something, that card got snapped off. And but it had the problem before the card got broken, and it's really too bad because this is a good oscilloscope. It's the one that has the frequency counter built into it. The power supply is a little unstable in it. I can't remember the model. It's a 2247A. There's another one that's really similar, like a 2245 or something, but it's a 4-channel 100 megahertz oscilloscope with a frequency counter built into it, and it's actually like a discrete kind of like a separate board or module. And if I could get a hold of one of these the lower model, I could take it apart and put it inside of here, and basically I could replace everything, and I would have a nice oscilloscope with a counter built into it. So the only thing that really works on this is the counter. So I just kind of hate to have this like big oscilloscope here that all it does is it's good for frequency, and I'm not really sure how accurate it is, but it looks like this thing was calibrated somewhere around 2012, maybe. I can't read it from here. I got stuff in the way. But I have that one, and then I've got one that Brian gave me. It takes a little while to come up, but I think that one probably works fine. Just needs to be recapped like all of them. And then I have somewhere, well, I don't know. Actually, not really sure where I put the other one. I have that one there. That's a 400 megahertz oscilloscope down there, and it's broken. I bought it at a Hamfest for $20 from this guy, and he was really kind of a nervous guy, and he had something to power up the oscilloscope, and it came on for a second, and then it wouldn't do anything. He wanted like $80 for it, and then all of a sudden he got real nervous, and he offered it to me for like $20, and I shouldn't have even bought it. But it's a 400 megahertz oscilloscope, and I've replaced a lot of the capacitors in it. I could put that up here for looks. It doesn't work at all. I've got the horrible Handtech down here. It's unlocked to 150 megahertz, but it's kind of like a kid's toy. I mean, I honestly prefer using this oscilloscope over that one. So I never use this thing. Never. After I used it a few times, and then I had the signal generator, accidentally blew up the signal generator, so now I don't use it at all. Bunch of other stuff over here. It'd be nice to get everything all organized, so I have like an actual test bench, but, you know, room is pretty limited, so. But anyway, I'm going to jazz up this area so it looks okay in the background. What do you guys think?